Welcome back, horror fans, cinephiles, and Jallo enthusiasts. This is Tanner Leeser, your host for all things Jallo here on The King in Giallo. Our next stop on our journey through Jallow Cinema is The Fourth Victim, released in 1971. This video is an edited down version. Herein, you will find the overview portion of the full-length video. Coming next week will be the complete deep dive with the review and GialliTally. This video may be watched entirely without any spoilers. Here is The Fourth Victim Overview. The Fourth Victim, also called Death at the Deep End of the Swimming Pool and The Fourth Mrs. Anderson, is a Spanish and Italian co-production. The film is directed by Eugenio Martín, who also co-wrote the film along with C.B. Guilford, Vicente Coelho, Santiago Moncado, and Sabatino Chiofini. Music is by Piero Umiliani. The cast is played by Carroll Baker as Julie Spencer, Lillian Martin, Michael Craig as Arthur Anderson, Miranda Campa as Felicity Downing, Jose Luis Lopez Vasquez as Inspector Dunphy, Marina Malfatti as Julie Spencer, and Manuel Gallardo as Dr. Shepard. The plot centers around Mr. Arthur Anderson, a wealthy man, particularly after the unexpected deaths of his 3 wives in the past few years, which has allowed him to collect more than £165,000 from their life insurance. He is put on trial at the behest of the insurance company, but found not guilty. The superintendent at New Scotland Yard, Inspector Dunphy, is unconvinced that Mr. Anderson is innocent and says he will keep an eye on him. Soon enough, a mysterious woman shows up at Mr. Anderson's house and seemingly tries to escalate a romance, but Arthur is suspicious regarding the woman's true intentions. Was she sent here by somebody? Will there be a fourth victim? The Fourth Victim is one of these films in which half the room will proclaim that it is not a giallo, while the other half asserts that it is. Now, I am not one to make the claim that, like Irish whiskey, a giallo must be made in Italy by Italians. As many of us are aware, the Spanish have their own run of giallo thrillers. I will say regarding this movie that with its lack of nudity and violence, I can understand the detractors. Also, that it more resembles the structure of Alfred Hitchcock's Suspicion, 1941, than it does the average giallo. But an ongoing theme of our exploration in this channel is what the hell even is the average giallo? At this point of our dive into the genre in the early part of 1971, we have seen a plethora of different types of movies which could all fall under the umbrella of Jallow Cinema. Carroll Baker continues her reign as a star in European thriller films, taking a short hiatus from working with Umberto Lenzi to make this one-off. But she will be back again working with the master for Knife of Ice, 1972. She puts in another good performance. Her character in this one doesn't seem as helpless or at the mercy of the plot as she does in previous gialli. Well, for the most part. Michael Craig is the very likable Mr. Anderson, who you spend the majority of the film wondering whether he could possibly have gotten away with murder 3 times, and whether a 4th murder will follow. He got his start in theater, and his first job was an assistant stage manager. He would transition to film in the late 40s, early 50s. He began to appear in numerous films after the Rank organization took him under their wing. The managing director there believed soon enough that Craig would become an international star. Craig received a BAFTA Best Actor nomination for his role in Sea of Sand, 1958. Although international success wasn't quite in the cards, Craig still went on to act in dozens of films and television roles and would even go on to be a screenwriter. In this movie, Craig's Mr. Anderson is so likable to the point that I said during the viewing that I don't care if he is guilty. Even if he is, I want him to get away with it.
He's not unlikable, even if he definitively did kill his wives. In the context of the movie, I kind of want him to get away with it.
And part of my saying that is because of the character who is Mr. Anderson's foil, the superintendent of New Scotland Yard, Inspector Dunphy, played by Jose Luis Lopez Vasquez. I will recognize that he is the most acclaimed actor in this movie. He was a beloved comedic performer throughout the Franco era of Spain. He has a list of film, theater, and television roles spanning from 1943 to 2007, and his awards for acting could take up an entire video of their own. However, I particularly don't think his comedy lands in this film, and I think he comes off as a very annoying and pestering, self-righteous cop who is not above breaking and entering and presuming to search a house without a warrant. My cliche, useless police or comedic police detective exists because of characters like this. Marina Malfatti appears as the mysterious Julie Spencer and had previously appeared in Run Psycho Run, 1968. She would go on to appear in several more Jello films, including The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave, 1971, Seven Blood-Stained Orchids, 1972, All the Colors of the Dark, 1972, and The Red Queen Kills 7 Times, 1972. The director, Eugenio Martín, was born in 1925 in the northern African Spanish city of Ceuta. In the vibrant tapestry of 1960s cinema, Martín seized the opportunity to collaborate with European film crews flocking to Spain for its affordable shooting locations. Partnering with esteemed directors like Nicholas Ray, he delved into directing films with international casts and crews, immersing himself in the diverse landscape of cinematic talent. In 1966, Martín made his mark with The Bounty Killer, later known as The Ugly Ones in the US. This Western gem not only cemented his reputation, but also left a lasting legacy, with its dialogue sampled in the RZA track Ode to Django, featured in Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained. Martín proudly claimed his film's influence on Sergio Leone's For a Few Dollars More, a testament to his vision and foresight. Venturing into musicals and giallo films, Martín showcased his versatility, earning him the title of an auteur in every genre. His proficiency in English caught the attention of American producer Philip Jordan, leading to collaborations on notable films like Bad Man's River, Pancho Villa, and Horror Express. While critics may have been divided, fans cherished these works, particularly drawn to the stellar performances of Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. However, Martín's international prominence waned after his 1973 film A Candle for the Devil, retitled It Happened at Nightmare Inn in North America. Following this, his focus shifted to Spanish-language television, marking a significant transition in his career trajectory. In a poignant tribute, Martín was honored at the 7th Almeria Western Film Festival in 2017, commemorating the 50th anniversary of his film El Precio de un Hombre, 1967. It stood as a testament to his enduring legacy in the realm of cinema. Thank you for watching this overview-only video. Don't miss the full overview, review, and GialliTally for The Fourth Victim next week. As of right now, the movie can be found in its entirety on YouTube. Don't forget to like this video and join me next week to see the rest of this review. Comment your predictions down below for what you think the AZ score will be and what you think the final GialliTally score might be. Come back next week and see how close you were. Give The King in Giallo a follow on Instagram and a like on Facebook. Subscribe to the King in Giallo Patreon to see early access to my videos, with some videos able to be seen up to 3 weeks in advance before they go on YouTube, plus exclusive content found only there, such as the viewings, and very soon there will be podcasts, let's plays for Giallo-inspired games, and book reviews for Giallo-inspired books. This year there will be a whole lot of new content. If you subscribe to me there on Patreon, I will have direct conversations with you, and I appreciate your feedback and want to know what types of content you would like for me to produce. Thank you very much for your continued support. This is Tanner Leeser for The King in Giallo, and if nothing else, I'll see you next time.
Another of your family, sir?
Yes, my wife.
Your wife, you say? Well, that means they're digging up the wrong woman.
No, wait.
This was my previous wife.
You had me worried then. You've already been married, have you?
3 times.
I see. 3? Ooh. That's quite a handful, eh?